Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of On the Record. Been doing a lot more of these lately because good guests seem to be popping up with interesting projects. And today, I believe for the second or third time on my YouTube channel, I welcome Ray Youssef, CEO of Paxful. Hey Ray.
Hey Tony, what's up? Thank you so much for having me yet again. It's always a pleasure.
Man, I don't remember the last time I've seen you clean shaven, man. What's going on?
We're in the age of compliance, brother. We got suits on now, and we have to keep it as nice, squeaky clean as ever, brother. This is the game. This is the world we're in. Saving the world ain't easy, brother.
Yeah,
Prices change.
definitely not the good old days of 2014 when we met at the New York Bitcoin Center, man. But that was before Paxful.
Absolutely, yeah. But we're still keeping it real, brother. We haven't forgotten our roots. Can't take that away from us, man. That's why you're an OG, my friend. That's why so many people respect you.
I know. Isn't it weird, man? You and I have been around Bitcoin longer than the half-life of Bitcoin, man.
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting landmark, huh? Milestone for us. Yeah, it's awesome. It's an amazing feeling, and it's still early. That's the thing I always tell people anywhere I speak. We just came back from Africa for our first campus tour. One of the points I made to people is, hey, we are still early, and we truly are.
Very, very cool. Oh, wait, my microphone is off. My audio
should be so much better now. Sorry about that, guys. Started off on bad audio. All right. So, wait, can you say something? I want to make sure my...
Yes, sir. I hear you.
All right, we're all good. All right, we got some live viewers. It's around noon New York time. I'm sure a few more will come in. So tell us about Paxful. I know you've done it before on my channel, but we get a lot of new viewers all the time. So give us a little rundown. How did it get started? You guys have pivoted your business a couple of times, and what you've seen, and it looks like you might be pivoting again since some of your competition seems to be disappearing, and we're gonna dive into that as well. Go for it.
All right. So Paxful, the way we see it is it's the killer app of Bitcoin, and that is peer-to-peer finance. Everyone likes to talk about decentralization, but this movement began as a peer-to-peer social revolution, and it's that peer-to-peer aspect that's what's going to take us to the mainstream. So you think about Paxful, it's really like a global translator for money or a global financial passport. For example, payments example. I don't have a European bank account. To pay bills over there, what do? I sell my Bitcoins on Paxful and ask people to pay my bills for me. And it can work the opposite way as well. So at the end of the day, Paxful is just a way for people to use their money their way. And if you compare us to the first mover in the space, which is Local Bitcoins, they are a marketplace, and they're an exceptional marketplace. Now, they've been pulling back in a lot of ways for reasons we can get into later. But Paxful is more than a marketplace now. It's a platform. And the marketplace is one of our products. We're going to be launching products in the future. We've already launched several of them based on the true use cases of Bitcoin other than speculation. And yes, it's true. Bitcoin has other use cases besides speculation. So these are all going to be built on top of this highly liquid marketplace, which makes this peer-to-peer financial network possible. And that's all it really is.
All right. Very, very cool. So you know what? Let's just dive right into the main topic. It's been hard for me to keep up with all of the news in the crypto space with all the travels, but I'm hearing all this stuff about Local Bitcoins turning off their in-person cash transactions, which is like 98% of their business. How has that affected you guys?
Well, we've seen an incredible influx of refugees from the exodus away. And so many of them came to us, so many of our vendors came to us and said, hey guys, all my cash in person offers are off Local Bitcoins. What can you help us? I'm like, well, okay. So we did a hackathon on the weekend and we stayed up all night. I think it was like about almost 48 hours. And we finally issued out a patch today that allows people to create local cash in person offers in 86,000 cities around the world. And we're going to be further innovating on this process, really working to make cash in person safe. And that's a big thing. The safety is a huge factor for us. The reason we never got into it before is because Local Bitcoins did a great job of that. And we were looking to add, services to the unbanked, not for people that just want to liquidate huge amounts of cash and make it mobile, which is a very kind of sketchy business.
So are you guys going to try to take over the in-person cash market, or are you still going to use everything goes through the websites, through gift cards and other means?
We don't make decisions based on like what we want to take over. Our vendors come to us, our users come to us, they ask us for stuff and we respond, and that's it. So they came to us and said, hey, we need some place to put our cash in person offers. We need some place to take all this business. Can you help us? We say, yes. Okay. So now the traffic there is like quadrupling every day. And we're looking at new patches as well to further, increase the functionality and safety. It all comes back to that. We're also working very closely with our legal and compliance department to make sure that we can do this at scale. And that's the key, at scale, because Paxful is 160 people around the world right now. Local Bitcoins has done what they've done now with a team less than 30 people. And that's amazing when you think about it. It really limits their ability to scale, which is, before they took down their local cash and person offers, they took down all their gift card offers too. Why did they do that? We can get into that later if you want. There's a lot of reasons for that, but they're not really able to scale the way we are. Neither are any of the other, up and coming peer-to-peer platforms. The reason we can do this was we invested heavily in our support departments, about 60 people, a legal and compliance department that can handle all these cash transactions.
All right, so here's the thing, right? Aren't you a little nervous if Local Bitcoins wasn't even a US company, but you guys are?
We are a US company, and we're not nervous about that. We made a decision a while ago that we weren't going to try to run away and stay on the outskirts, on the borderlands of compliance like Binance or the rest. If we really want to help the unbanked peoples in the world, the only way we're going to do that is by sticking around. Right? And the unbanked peoples of the world, it's not that they're afraid of KYC. It's that KYC has not worked for them because they're not localized processes. For example, in Kenya, no one has proof of address. That's why when you tell someone in Eastern Africa, hey, you have to KYC, they get freaked out because they want to KYC. They really do. They want to get legit in the system. They want access to international banking systems. They'll give you all their identification, but they don't have proof of address. Because all the, Jumio, Onfido, all of them, they don't take into account non-Western markets, right? So for us, KYC regulation should not close doors. It should make things safer and keep those doors open. And we believe we can do that. We believe that with an awesome compliance team here in New York, and it is awesome, and it's growing in size every day, we can make our platform safer for people, keep the regulators happy so they can let this market grow, and we can keep the doors open for everyone. Yes, call us crazy, but we believe that, and we're not worried.
All right, very cool. We'll go and take a look at your site in a little bit. So it's a question I usually ask you every time you come on. What are you seeing as the hottest markets of people wanting Bitcoin? Is it Africa? Is it, I don't know what your presence is in Southeast Asia. I know you're in Africa a lot, but Africa is a very big continent. Is that the hot zone? And where in Africa are you seeing growth? And where in Africa are you seeing, because if a country starts being more developed and they're offering traditional banking services, you're probably seeing your business go down.
So in Africa, all we're seeing is our business explode everywhere. I mean, all of peer-to-peer finance is starting to explode across Africa. And the reason that's happening is because people are starting to figure out, wait a minute, this Bitcoin thing can be used for something other than multi-level marketing scams, mining scams, and day trading. There's something else we can do with this. It actually gives us access to all the world's financials networks. That's the beauty of it all. There are no more walled gardens. Africa has been secluded, segregated from the world, the golden circle of finance for about at least the past 100 years, right? So once people figure this out, they jump into it with amazing vigor. And we saw this firsthand in our first Paxful campus tour. We went to South Africa, spoke at the universities. We went to Kenya, and we had a huge meeting in Nairobi Cinema, with about 5 different universities attending. There were over 800 students. We gave away 2 Bitcoins in total, split up among the students. Had the best rapper in the country perform, and it was awesome. It was like BitConnect, but it was legit. right? And the students were so eager to learn about this. Once they figured out they could build their own financial services business on top of this. And the key is examples. It's always about examples, right? I gave them an example of how a guy in South Africa built his own version of Western Union on top of the Paxful platform, right? On top of Bitcoin and peer-to-peer finance. How someone in Johannesburg in South Africa, a young lady, she was actually starting to build her own version of PayPal to connect South Africa with Zambia and Burkina Faso. So it's amazing what people can do. If they have a community they understand, if they find a problem to be solved, literally they can build anything they want on top of peer-to-peer finance. And once people realize that, they jump into it with all vigor. Because let's remember, Africa is a place that suffers from immense unemployment. There is 55% youth unemployment in South Africa. 55%. The numbers are even higher in Nigeria and Kenya. There's immense desperation there. So people there, they're well educated, they're graduating, and they see no potential for jobs. Once they figure out that there's a legitimate way they can make money, sitting from their own homes, they attack it with all vigor. The only thing that is needed is education. And the Paxful team will be going to every country in Africa. That's our mission. And Southeast Asia and the emerging world, there in person, on the ground, showing people how they can get started.
Yeah, well, your team is definitely no stranger to staying up all night helping people get their Bitcoin. I remember the videos you guys were putting out back in the days of Backpage. Is that still any part of your business, or you guys have completely moved on from those use cases?
Well, if you think about those use cases, they're partly gray, right? And they're also payments, e-commerce use cases, right? So Backpage disappeared, right? We don't, that community that was there for that use case kind of dissipated. But what we started seeing is a lot of those people from Backpage, they started building their own businesses. Like there's some amazing success stories, and some of them, I think one of them called me up, I think it was like 3 weeks ago or something, and she just like dialed my number and just thanked me. I didn't answer the call. She asked us after. I didn't realize who she was, but she thanked me. She actually started her own business on Paxful, selling Bitcoins to other people for various things, drop shipping, etc. So it created a whole fleet of entrepreneurs from the mainstream. And these truly were mainstream people. These were single, non-technical people, mostly single mothers, unbanked, 40 million unbanked people in the United States. It was from them that we learned how to service the underbanked all over the world, because they all have the same problems, whether they're in Louisiana or they're in Mozambique or Kuala Lumpur. All the underbanked peoples of the world have the same issues.
All right, very cool. Let's go take a look at your website. Actually, I'm gonna do a screen share here. I went ahead and created an affiliate link, guys, over with Paxful. I mean, I've kept an eye on your company since it started, basically, because you and I go back to as you were building out the company. And as you know, I'm very skeptical about many projects, but you guys have done well over the last 5 years. So it's about time I have an affiliate link. And here it is, guys. If you are going to recommend Paxful or you're going to use Paxful, just go over to Tone Vase affiliate page and just click on this link. So let's go and take a look, and maybe we can
do me a favor, Tony. Could you scroll all the way down to the bottom and click the link in the footer to turn on the new version of Pax 2.0? It's all in the bottom. See where it says switch to the new design? Right? Click that. Yeah.
That's going to be automated soon, right?
Yeah, we're rolling it out slowly to people,
Got it.
to our users. But yes, Paxful has an all-new look. We also have an app that's out for iOS and Android, and we haven't launched it publicly yet. We first introduced it in the campus tour, but it will be going public soon once we've ironed everything out.
All right, so I'm actually not sure what my login is because I'm not the one that happened to create the affiliate link. But what can I do here without actually logging in? I should have thought a little further ahead here. Can we show people how it works without me logging in, or I need a login?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. So look, you can scroll down to click on any payment method and click show all. So those are the payment methods. That's some of the top payment methods we support. And if you click on show all here, you'll see all the payment methods that we support.
Show all.
It's over in the, like, any payment method underneath all the icons.
Oh, okay, I got it. Show all, that one. Cool.
So these are all the payment methods that we support: bank transfers, online wallets, gift cards, cash, debit, credit, digital currencies as well. Almost 400 payment methods now, and it's set to rise radically high because we're going to be adding goods and services as a payment method group. My friends from Berlin are going on there, and they've already sold 5 exotic cars using the Paxful escrow service. So there's going to be some amazing things coming soon, especially that we haven't, we have so much stuff in the works that we haven't announced, and we're not really putting front and center, but it's all ready to gush forward soon, and it couldn't happen at a better time. So you can, let's close this, but you can search for any,
Well, hold on a second. So this is what I say. So this is what I can use to
buy or sell, yeah.
To buy Bitcoin, right? So I can,
or cash out Bitcoin as well. If you want to cash your Bitcoin out for a gift card and get 50% off Amazon gift cards, you can. If you want to cash your Bitcoin out to a bank account, get plus 2%, you can. Africans use it now to send money back home to their friends and family. Like my friend Vicky, she's Kenyan, she lives in Berlin. To send money back home with Western Union, she pays 20%. But with Paxful, she just gets some Bitcoin on Paxful. She sells it to a guy in in Mombasa, also in Kenya, for M-Pesa, and he sends M-Pesa to her sister in Nairobi. It happens within 16 seconds. She doesn't pay anything. She actually makes a bonus of 1% because he's willing to pay 1% over market for the Bitcoin. So there's amazing things you can do on Paxful, not just buying Bitcoin, but selling and cashing out your Bitcoin as well.
So, okay. So let's say someone wants to sell their Bitcoin for an Amazon gift card, right? Yeah. And I shop on Amazon all the time. And does the person selling the Bitcoin have to KYC with you guys or no?
No, only if they go over 1,500 US dollars, then they'll have to KYC.
Okay, and if I was to sell my Bitcoin for an Amazon gift card, what kind of percent on average do you think I would be paying for that?
Oh, well, let's close this right now, and I'll show you. Let's go see.
Okay, let's find out. This is great, actually, because like I've never used Purse.io because I didn't want to show my address. Like I didn't want to de-anonymize myself. That's why I've never used my Bitcoin to buy from Purse, because my address shows up in the system somewhere and then I can be found. But if I can use my Bitcoin to buy a gift card, that's amazing.
Yeah, I was getting 70% off Whole Foods gift cards a while back. Click on buy Bitcoin at the top, the little arrow, and there should be
buy Bitcoin. Here.
Just hover over the buy Bitcoin at the top, the little, at the nav bar at the very top. Just hover over.
Oh, right there. Got it. Buy Bitcoin.
Click on sell Bitcoin.
I want to sell Bitcoin for Amazon.
Yeah. So now, great. So now scroll down to where it says any payment method. And let's choose Amazon gift card. Let's just click on gift. Yeah, there we go. Or any gift card. Great.
Oh, can I change my currency to dollars?
Right down there. Change it to euros. Click search for offers.
All right.
Let's scroll down here. Let's see what the rates are. So look, let's go. Okay, let's look at this here. So anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000, he's got that much feedback. What is his rate? He's going 65% above market, meaning you're going to get a 65% bonus for your Bitcoin over. So if you're going to buy $100 like $100 Amazon gift card, you're going to get it for 35% to $35 in Bitcoin.
Oh, really? Wait. So this is how much he's offering for the Bitcoin?
Yes, that's the rate. Look, you're going to get some major discounts here, bro. Over 50%
oh my God.
off, man.
Oh, I thought that was the other way. I thought they were going to charge me like 60% to sell my Bitcoin.
Yeah, okay, so that's a good point. A lot of people are confused about that. how should we, yeah, that's why we haven't launched this to the public yet, because we just have to be able to convey the information better. And this is the thing about Paxful. For people that know how to use Paxful, it literally is life-changing. We just have to make it a little more easier to understand for most people. So yeah, any feedback is really appreciated. But yeah, this is real.
We got a good question from the live viewer. The 1,500 KYC, is that per login, weekly, daily, per transaction?
That's all time. That's all time. Once you hit that all time.
Oh, so I only get $1,500 for my login, and then if I want to do another transaction, I have to KYC.
Yeah, we haven't. Like if you go over that right now, we don't block you or suspend you or anything. You can still keep trading, but in the future we will have to do that soon because we are applying for all the licenses. This is the way forward because at the end of the day, we want to protect our traders. You've heard of local Bitcoin traders in the United States getting arrested. There's at least been 12 arrests, right? We don't want that to happen to our traders. We want to protect them. That's why we're getting all the licenses necessary. We're hoping so we can extend that protection to all of our traders. So, we're the good guys. We don't want to, close any doors for anyone. We want to keep the doors open, and KYC is a part of that. It's just a fact of life.
So how do you guarantee that these are legit Amazon gift cards and not?
Okay, it's an important point. So we don't. So what you have to do is you have to exercise your discretion. Number one, never release the Bitcoin until you've actually redeemed the gift card to your Amazon account. That's number one. Number two, always ask for a cash receipt. Always ask for a cash receipt so you make sure it's not bought with a credit card, because then those gift cards are very easy to charge back if people want to. So I always remember, never release until you've cleared the gift card. Two, ask for a cash receipt. If you do those two things, there's a 95 to 99.9% chance that everything is going to be great and okay.
And you have on your website like do's and don'ts and like helpful hints.
Yeah, on our knowledge base, we have a lot of helpful hints for how to deal with gift cards. Like for example, for Amazon, if you start redeeming a lot of Amazon gift cards to your Amazon account and then buying stuff and sending it to other people, Amazon might suspend your account because you think you're drop shipping with gift cards. They don't like that. But if you send to yourself, to your own home, it's okay. So if you want to use it for discounts for yourself, great, it's great. But if you want to start a business drop shipping, which is what a lot of people started doing on Paxful, Amazon started not to like that, and they started, shutting down people's accounts for that. So that's another fact there that's particular to Amazon gift cards. Walmart does not have that problem. Target does not have that problem, etc.
Right. But this also means that if I flip this, right, if I say buy Bitcoin, it's going to be somewhat expensive.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So for example, a lot of the ways people in the beginning, right, the unbanked, the ladies from the classified ads effect, right? They were cool with paying, a 50% penalty to get their Bitcoin, because there was no other way for them to get their $5 worth of Bitcoin without a bank account. So for them, it was a great deal.
Right? Yeah, but they also weren't buying them in full Bitcoin amounts. They were buying like $20, $30 worth of Bitcoin. And if you're buying $20, $30 worth of Bitcoin, it wasn't that big of a deal.
Exactly, yeah. So if you want to buy Bitcoin on Paxful cheaply, just use bank transfer. You'll pay 1% to 2%, or any kind of cash system, you'll pay 1% to 2%, etc. PayPal, etc. So the prices are much better there. For gift cards, we suggest not buying from gift cards. If you're like a banked person, living in the United States, use Paxful to sell your Bitcoin and buy gift cards yourself at a huge discount. That's life-changing.
Right. So right here, I see the rate. It's 82% above. So if I'm going to buy Bitcoin with an Amazon gift card, it'll cost you quite a bit.
Yeah, you're paying a hefty fee.
Yeah, and also somewhat small amounts too. People aren't selling large amounts of Bitcoin. I guess it's more dangerous for them to sell the Bitcoin, and it's a big risk.
Exactly. And a lot of the people that are selling the Bitcoin for these prices are from China, actually. We see a lot of the business going from Africa to China. So Africans are selling their gift cards to Chinese who are selling them Bitcoin in exchange. and the Chinese are getting huge discounts for it. But the Chinese vendors have to deal with a lot of, shenanigans, and, there's a lot of like friction there. So they actually do earn it. There's a reason why prices go up that high. It's because of the natural market dynamics. It's a free market. So you can try it yourself. You can try putting up an ad saying, hey, I'll sell you Bitcoins for gift cards. And you can see how much business you'll get.
So do you see any arbitrage going on here between gift cards? Because I'm sure if I click on something maybe a little more obscure, like maybe iTunes is a little bit less popular than Amazon, but then again, maybe not.
Search for offers, yeah.
So if I do this, wow, it's even higher. Look at that, up to 150% above.
Yeah, I do not recommend iTunes gift cards, and there's a reason for that. iTunes gift cards, I wrote a whole article about this, the balance cannot be checked anywhere. So it's impossible for you to know if the gift card is good or not until you actually redeem it to your account. So for that reason, we really discouraged iTunes gift cards. We even raised the fee on it to 5% just to discourage people from using it, because they were like 99% of our disputes were from iTunes gift cards. So we had to discourage people from using that payment method. Other gift cards are much better, much easier to check.
Right. So
there are huge arbitrage opportunities for this. That is what Paxful is. It's an arbitrage marketplace. We see all trade routes.
So a lot of people still seem to be confused on like that. So I would love for you guys to like make that $1,500 limit like daily or weekly or even monthly. But since it's lifetime, guys, the way this works is you establish a reputation with your login and username. So it makes absolutely no sense to create new usernames and logins every $1,500 of usage, because you'll never earn a reputation.
Yeah, exactly.
It's also annoying to do, but yes. And all right, yeah. So that's interesting. So how does the bank transfers work? Because in this case, this is for people with bank accounts. And there was a question earlier. Do you guys work in Canada?
Yeah, we support every country in the world, and any bank can use any bank account in the world on Paxful as well. We're going to be really innovating the entire bank transfer section. We're adding a bank database, so anyone can add multiple bank accounts to their Paxful profile for receiving money, for sending money out from, etc. So that's something we're going to pour a lot more love into in the future, because at the end of the day, to help the underbanked and unbanked, you have to connect them to the banked. You can't just leave them alone there by themselves. I mean, there's a lot we can do for them amongst themselves, but we have to connect the banked and the unbanked world together for this to really work.
All right, very cool. And anything else you want to tell us about the platform here? What's online wallets? What is this thing?
That's things like PayPal, Skrill, NetTeller, Zelle, M-Pesa, which is huge. I mean, M-Pesa has basically replaced banks in Kenya and Eastern Africa. Like, young people don't, if they have a bank account, they just need it to use it with their M-Pesa account. So these online wallets are the future, and Paxful is also an online wallet in and of itself. And we support every online wallet in the world, from PayPal to Alipay to WeChat Pay, etc.
I mean, oh, wow. So I do use PayPal. So let's talk about PayPal for a second, because PayPal, I don't think they want to see the word Bitcoin anywhere.
They don't. And that's one of the things we advise people to do. Like, a lot of people will go onto Paxful and they have Bitcoin. They want to cash it out to their PayPal. If you cash your Bitcoin out as PayPal and Paxful, you can make up to 20 to 30% bonus on there. But we tell people, remember, just never have anyone mention Bitcoin in the notes or anything like that.
So let's say I want to sell Bitcoin, or let's say I'm new, I want to buy Bitcoin, right? So that means I'm going to PayPal somebody money and they send me Bitcoin.
Exactly. Bitcoin will already be in the Paxful escrow.
You guys are acting as an escrow agent for the Bitcoin.
Absolutely. That's what Paxful is. We're primarily an escrow for digital assets.
Okay, what are your limits on these PayPal to Bitcoin transactions, or you don't have any?
We do have a limit. So the limit is $10,000 for one trade. If you want to remove that limit, you have to KYC. And if you want to make that limit unlimited, just get an institutional account with us. You have to go through like a little stricter onboarding, etc. And then there are basically no limits at that point.
But wait, but now I'm a little confused, right? Because you just said there's a 1,500 lifetime for before you KYC, but this is a $10,000 transaction. So
for one transaction, yeah. So if you want to go over, like right now, that limit is not there. Like you can do a trade for 10,000, but once you do that trade, you can't do another trade until you KYC for one transaction.
Okay, so let's say today I sell $500. Let's say today I sell $800 worth of Bitcoin, and I got money into my PayPal account, my personal PayPal account. Then next week, I do another $800 of Bitcoin sales into my PayPal account. Do I then expect a KYC notice from Paxful if I want to make any other trade, even to buy a $5 Amazon gift card?
Yeah, when we do turn that switch on, which we don't know exactly when it's going to be in the future, but yeah, to even do $1 after that, you will have to KYC.
Okay, eventually I'll have to KYC unless I don't want to make any other trades on Paxful.
Yeah, we haven't turned this on yet, but full transparency.
But it's coming. But it's coming.
Exactly. Yeah, this is the truth. We have to do this in order to really make this thing work for everyone and to keep it going forever. So we don't have to take anything away like Local Bitcoins is doing, because they've been operating completely unlicensed, dealing with countries like Iran and stuff for so long that they're just having to. I mean, I think they're in a position now where, like, if you read their notice, right, that they put out their official statement, they didn't say that there was anything specific in those EU regulations that forbid them from using cash. They're just doing this because they think they can't really comply otherwise. They just don't have the resources in a lot of ways to do that. And I understand that they're probably under a lot of pressure.
I'm actually curious what the rates are to sell some Bitcoin on through PayPal. Let's go take a look. So, wow, that's not much of an advantage now, is it?
No, yeah.
So I was like, oh man, maybe I can sell $1,500 worth of Bitcoin and only have to give up $1,000 worth of Bitcoin and get $1,500 in my PayPal account. But looks like
down some more. Let's see if they go up. They don't. There's only 2. That's it. Yeah. Well, these are all verified. Let's scroll down. Keep scrolling down.
Yep.
Yeah,
wow. So people. So I might, if I want to sell PayPal to this guy.
Yeah.
I'll have to give him a discount.
Yeah, exactly. So forget that guy. He's only got 70 feedback too. These are users. There are other users too that offer better prices, but these are the ones that we've.
Oh, but wait. But now I'm confused, right? If this guy has a lot of feedback, right? That's why he's charging me to sell.
So all these users are KYC'd, and the reason we have KYC is to protect people. So if you have the Bitcoin and you want to sell it, we need to protect you. So all these people are people that are KYC'd. If you scroll all the way down and you click the link to see the non-KYC people, you can see some amazing prices.
Right. So what's the difference between yellow, gray, and green?
Those are people, like he was seen 18 minutes ago. That means he's online right now. Yellow was seen.
Oh, that just means time. Okay. Yeah. So how do I know who's been KYC'd or not?
All these people here, like click on any one of these people here.
Let's go from the top. Well, I'll click on, I want the,
this guy. Anna Prague.
Click on who?
The first lady, Anna Prague, her name. She's a single mother. Yeah, she's an awesome vendor. She's a single mother from Prague, and she makes her living selling Bitcoin now, and she does very well doing it. So she is ID verified. You see it right there, email verified, phone verified, and ID verified. So she's someone you can trust to sell your Bitcoins to. And she'll give you plus 2%. If you do a couple of deals with her and she puts you on her trusted list, she'll open up her trusted offers to you, and those offers go up to 10%, etc.
Right? Oh, wow.
Yeah. So once you win their trust and they trust you, you know, you can do a much better business. They'll give you much better discounts, but she usually sells Bitcoin for 20 to 30%. So for her to buy Bitcoin at even up to 10%, she's still making a profit.
Okay, so right here, she's buying Bitcoin at 10,000 USD.
Yeah.
That's kind of high. And she's selling Bitcoin at 8,200.
No, you're selling.
I got it. If I sell to her, I make this. If I buy from her, I'm paying 20%.
Yes.
I see how, okay, she's making a pretty good spread and she has a very good reputation.
Exactly. And if you get trusted with her and she puts you on her trusted list, she has other better offers there, which are even better for you. So
got it. Oh, so once you're on a trusted list, you see different rates and you probably see higher amounts.
Exactly. And also on Paxful, vendors, when they create an offer, they have the option to choose like, hey, only show my offer or only let people who are ID verified start trades with me. And that's where they offer even better prices. Because the reason PayPal prices are so high is because of the risk. So that's one of the ways where KYC can actually make the marketplace safer. And that's why we're pushing KYC, because payment methods like PayPal are highly reversible. So trust is very important.
Right. So have you guys gotten any requests from the US regulators, like Coinbase has, like a blanket, tell us everyone who's using it?
No, we have never received one of those requests, but I think it's inevitable, especially I think for gift cards. I think gift cards probably would be the place where that would first happen, but it hasn't happened yet. But if we get a subpoena as an American corporation, we do have to answer it, of course.
Okay, I got it. All right, no, pretty cool. And you guys, what else is there to add? What other intermediate ways of converting Bitcoin into like things are there? You mentioned cars. Are you going to be like selling cars on here for Bitcoin?
Exactly,
are you going to be just you're going to be like a marketplace, like hey, why not just add eBay in here? You can sell whatever you like, your toaster.
Yeah, well, we don't want to be a place where people are listing specific products. There's some great like there's one fellow, his name is Youssef as well. He's got an app called Coin Mall, and you can go there and buy specific things like eBay. But for us, that's not what we're doing. What we're doing is what our vendors have already started doing. Like my friends in Berlin, they have a username CF Motors. They started using the Paxful escrow service to sell cars. Like I bought my wife a little red Mini Cooper from them, right? One of my friends, he bought a Ferrari from them, right? So you can buy any car in the world from those guys, and they just like the Paxful escrow service because they basically, you can buy a car from them with Bitcoin. They'll charge you like a 5% premium, but ship it to your door. So it makes perfect sense as an escrow, not as like an eBay clone, but to use the escrow service because you can use it for anything, for any commodity.
Do you guys charge a little fee to be that escrow service?
Yeah, we charge 1%. Escrow service in general, but
that's a pretty good deal on a Ferrari.
It's a great deal. I mean, so we charge 1% in general, but for like cash in person, it's 0.5%. For banking offers, it'll be 0.1% soon. That's 10 times less than local Bitcoins or any other escrow service. In certain markets like China, the online wallets over there like Alipay and WeChat Pay, it's free, etc. So there's different rates depending on different payment methods. Like I told you before, iTunes was really kind of dangerous payment method for people to use. So we wanted to discourage people from using it. And the only way that they would listen to us was we raised the price. So
So does your help section have some of these do's and don'ts and
yes, how to buy and sell. And we're making video guides right now for each specific payment method. So you're going to see payment methods, videos, and articles about specific payment methods like PayPal, Amazon, etc. There's some limits there because we can't be talking about PayPal like officially because PayPal wouldn't like that. But if you go to well, how do I put this?
I'm sure people are smart enough to figure it out. Yeah, guys, go ahead and check this out. It's actually pretty cool. If you're going to use the Paxful website, please, and if you want to support me at the same time, please go through my affiliate page and sign up through my link, which is
Yeah,
why.
the affiliate program really does work. I'm making a small fortune, me personally, because I'm such a, I'm such a hustler, and I've just introduced Paxful to the Ethiopian market, and it's booming over there because in Ethiopia people cannot send any money at all out of the country. So the hunger for Bitcoin there is immense. So people are making serious bank, especially in Asia, with the Paxful affiliate program, because it's two-tier. You get 50% of our escrow fees for anyone that you refer, and anyone who your affiliates refer to them, you'll get 10% off of those fees. So if you bring in an influencer, you could be making a fortune. And that's what I'm doing. That's my side hustle here, so I can.
Shouldn't you be making good on the full fee, though? Don't you the CEO of the company?
I mean, yeah, but bro, I gotta make my cheese on the side too. Like the Paxful affiliate program works. Of course, I'm using it because I encourage everyone that works for Paxful to use it as well. Like our business is, at the end of the day, our business is social justice and social good, and the best way to do that is by generating wealth for people. That's the best way to do that, and that's what we're dedicated to.
All right. Speaking of which, hey, well, let's end this on another one of your passions here. So you guys have done a lot for the developing nations. You guys are building schools, building I think
wells,
power,
panels,
like solar stations. Yeah, tell us about the latest projects, man. What are you guys up to?
All right, so Built with Bitcoin is what we're calling it. Our mission is to build 100 schools throughout the emerging world, and we started in Rwanda, in the heart of Africa, and we built 2 schools there. 2 schools, 5 wells, solar panel. We have a clinic there, a sports field, a kitchen, and a garden. So, and it's like a full, the first thing that we did was like a full, 5 wells, water storage, water filtration, water treatment, facilities around that. And then from there, we started building the schools and adding everything on top. So basically, it's like a little village is really what it is. It houses about 1,100 students from babies up to ages 13. So, and we have, teachers. We educated the educators. Everyone has, like, all the children have a year's worth of health insurance. We're paying the teachers, etc. So we didn't just build it. We're also maintaining it as well. And so that's schools 1 and 2. So schools 3 and 4 are coming, and they will most likely be in Kenya. We just sent out a team over there. Zamzam Water is our partner, led by Youssef Nasri, another Youssef, and he's awesome. He does orphanages all over the world. So schools 3 and 4 will most likely be in Nairobi or out on the outskirts of Nairobi, and we'll probably start that project within a few months, maybe within the next month, actually. We might have some big players joining us on that too, but I can't really say.
Yeah, I'm sure our paths will cross at another conference in the near future. Sorry I missed you over in New York, where you guys have. Where are your offices? I know New York, Hong Kong. Where else are you guys?
Tallinn, and now Johannesburg as well. So 5 offices.
I'm sorry. What was the one before Johannesburg?
Manila, Philippines.
Oh, you're in the Philippines. Okay. Oh, how's the Philippines remittance market? I mean, I always said Bitcoin is kind of crazy for remittance. What are you seeing on the Philippines front?
On the Philippines front, we're not seeing too much, and the reason for that is, if you really want to focus on the mainstream, you have to make things simple. You have to make Bitcoin invisible. Like, think about it like this. A cleaner, a lady that's cleaning, homes, etc. in Dubai. She wants to send money back home to the Philippines, right? For her to buy Bitcoins and send it to her, her family over there, say they have a Bitcoin address, say they figured out how to do that, say they figured out how to cash their Bitcoins out at any one of the pawn shops, right? For that lady who's cleaning, homes in Dubai, it's so difficult for her to buy Bitcoin. You have to make it super easy for them. And the only way to do that is by abstracting away the Bitcoin. And necessarily, you'll have to also abstract away the volatility. So to that effect, we're working on an application, a Paxful remittance application, and it's powered by Paxful, meaning this is just going to be an app that this lady who's cleaning homes in Dubai, she can download onto her phone, and it'll tell her how much money do you want to send back, how many pesos you want to send back home? She'll say, oh, I have, this many dollars in Dubai dinars, right? Type that in and just say, okay, I want to send it home to my mother in the Philippines. Here's her bank account information. And she clicks a button. And then basically we tell her what to do. Go deposit your Dubai money into this guy's Dubai bank account. And once that happens, her mother magically gets the money in her bank account. There's no mention of Bitcoin whatsoever. How is that happening? Basically, a bot is doing 2 trades for her on Paxful. First, it's taking her Dubai money and buying Bitcoins with it from a Dubai vendor on Paxful. Then it's taking that Bitcoin and selling it to a guy in the Philippines, and he's sending money to her mother. So this application is coming very soon. It's in the works right now, and our hopes is that it will make like Bitcoin remittance a reality for the mainstream, for everyday people. They won't have to deal with the complexity of Bitcoin. They won't have to deal with the volatility of Bitcoin. They won't have to do 2 peer-to-peer trades, right? It'll do it all for them.
All right, very cool. Hey man, thanks a lot for this update. Anything else you want to say to close out the show? Floor is yours, man.
Yeah. So it's all about real use cases, guys. What Bitcoin is actually good for besides speculation. We've been giving this presentation around the world, right? There's 7 use cases, right? There's gray markets, which is where everything starts. That's fine. That's in the past, right? Then there's speculation, which is the elephant in the room, right? And it's huge. It's always like toxic and degrading. We won't talk about that. Oh, this is my co-founder, Artur. Yeah, I have to step out right now. Hey, Tom, this is Artur here.
Hey, man, how are you? All right, yeah, he's doing his closing thoughts. I'll let him go.
Closing talk, yeah. So remittance, wealth preservation, e-commerce, and payments are the other use cases. And social good is the last use case, right? So on those 4 use cases, payments, e-commerce, remittance, and wealth preservation, we are building applications out on that front on top of the Paxful marketplace. And that, at the end of the day, is what we're building, a peer-to-peer finance platform to connect the unbanked, banked, and overbanked peoples of the world, right? And that's really what we need. End of the day, that's all Paxful really is. It's just a way we can actually use our money without any hassle or BS. And get awesome discounts. Like, I hope that guy who's selling Whole Foods gift cards for 70% off surfaces again, because that was life-changing.
Yeah, no, for sure. I gotta look into it. I mean, man, I've been like giving discounts anytime I had to like sell a few Bitcoins. But yeah, I might have to buy some gift cards instead at a nice discount. All right, man, we'll let you go. You got work to do. And I'm here in Amsterdam a couple of more days and then off to the blockchain cruise. Hey, guys, thanks again to Ray Youssef for his second on the record. The last one was him driving a car through the streets of Manhattan, scaring the shit out of me. And there is a video to that in the video description, along with links to Paxful and Ray's Twitter information. All right, man, let you go. And I'll talk to you soon once again.
Peace, brother. Thank you so much, Tom. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye, guys. Hey, thanks again for tuning in. Like I said, I've known Ray going back to the days of the New York Bitcoin Center before he started Paxful. I've been keeping an eye on Paxful. They've done pretty good things over the last 5 years in this space. And looks like they have bigger and bigger connections. There was one question I forgot to ask him. I meant to ask him, but I didn't get a chance to. With all their banking connections, will they also get into Bitcoin debit cards? But I guess I'll save it for next time. And we will be catching up with Ray again in the near future. Hey, guys, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you all on the next episode. Not sure when that is because tomorrow I got a workshop and the carnivory dinner. All right. Bye, guys.